Wow, I don't have makeup on for one of my intros. What is happening? What am I doing with my life? Today, we're gonna talk about color correcting. I mentioned in like one of my last videos that I forgot that I just made this. One of my last videos, I just asked you guys if you guys were interested in seeing a color correcting video. And I know I'm not the best candidate for this because I only use pretty much 2 color correcting colors, but that doesn't mean I don't know anything about it. So we'll go ahead and go through all of the colors, this little color wheel and the one that you see on the screen right here, and whatever color you're looking at that you're trying to get rid of, you will look directly across from it, and whatever is like parallel to it on the other side is the shade that is going to help neutralize and cancel out that shade. I'll kind of go through each one quickly and explain to you what they are for so you can keep, grab a mirror, look at your face right now, kind of see what you aren't liking about it as far as tones go. Like, do you have dark circles under your eyes? Do you have green veins? Do you have, red marks and whatnot? Do you have a scar that's kind of like a strange color that you might want to conceal? Just take a look at that real quick, take a moment, figure out what it is that you would like to correct. Keep that in your mind while we go through each color so you can kind of decide for yourself what color and what or color combination is going to work for you, and you just have to experiment. So I'm also going to, at the end of going through all the colors, I'm going to show you guys my color correcting routine that I have kind of just nailed down recently. I never used to color correct before, and I absolutely am loving it. I'm loving the products. I'm also gonna go through some drugstore affordable products that will work for you just as well as high end, and as well as some high-end color correctors that will also work for you. It just, maybe you prefer Smashbox and you love that brand, or maybe you like Wet n Wild or NYX. So I'm gonna show you products from all different price ranges so that you too can like have a color correcting kit and just be ready for anything. It's like much too hot to be wearing this sweater. I just like got this yesterday and I was like, I wanna wear this sweater and be cozy, and now I'm like burning up. So let's just jump right into this. I have stayed away from color correcting. I had stayed away from it for quite a while because it intimidated me. I didn't know what colors were for what until one day Smashbox sent this to me along with some of their color correcting sticks. They look like this. They're pretty cool. And so they sent me this, and basically you point the arrow to what you're trying to cover up. Say if you have a pimple or whatnot, you would put it over here and it would tell you what to use. So I keep this actually on my desk because I have the memory of a freaking goldfish, as you guys know, and I just keep it up here just in case like I forget or I'm seeing something new and I need to and I just can't remember. You don't have to remember everything, it's fine. What you can also do is take a screenshot of this color chart right here on the screen. Just grab out your cell phone, screenshot that, add it to your favorites, and then you just have it with you so you can pull it up if you ever need to. Oh yeah, and before we get started, I'm gonna put that phone on silent. And also, please subscribe to my channel if you have not already so you don't miss any amazing videos, because I am known to put quite a few of those out.
No, I'm just kidding. Am I though? I'm not really sure.
I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. If you enjoy my videos, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, then hit that thumbs down and just get the fuck out, because nobody cares. Okay, so starting with the color that I use the absolute most, it is a peach, like a light orange peach color. It is, I pulled it out for you guys. I just put this in my favorites video recently. This one that I've been using recently is by Urban Decay. It's a color correcting fluid, and this one is in peach. They also have it on their website called pink. This one is kind of amazing because it will cover, I use it specifically around this area here. If you look here, I was like doing my makeup and I was like, why are there like dark spots in there? Like my concealer wasn't covering it. So I also have little green veins. You can see that one right there. So it basically, and one right there too. So it basically covers like purple tones, lighter purple tones, blue tones, and green tones. And so that's what I use. I suggest this one if you have just a slight discoloration issue or you have very pale skin. I would go ahead and use a light peach like this. If you have a darker skin tone, you're gonna wanna go in with an orange or a red. It will pretty much do the exact same thing. The orange will cancel the blue tones. Mint green is the other one that I use the absolute most. It looks like, let's see, this is a Wet n Wild one. It looks like this right here, this mint one right here. So what you'll do with that one is for basically covering up anything that has red tones or pink tones to it. It neutralizes that. Yellow or green neutralizes it. I also have a couple primers. Let me see if they're in here. But I usually use the green tea green one that neutralizes the reds a little bit. And then I'll go in, like right now you can see with my skin, see I have a pimple right there. I have no breakouts right here, but yet I still have discoloration right here. That's just because my skin is really pale and it just kind of like, if I pick at something, it just stays there and it like holds a motherfucking grudge and does not leave. So what you can do is you'll put green on these areas, or sometimes people get it around their nose area like me right there. Next color is purple, and I don't really ever use this one, but it is basically for kind of brightening up and lightening like sallow or kind of dull or yellow looking skin tones. So if you have like kind of a yellow skin tone and it's just looking like a little dull and you want to brighten it up a little bit, that will be the shade that you'll use. Next is yellow. This is pretty much good for all skin types. It will kind of cancel out any purple tones that you have, and it just kind of like brightens up a little bit. I'd say if you have like darker purple, you'll need to use either the peach or the orange or the reddish, depending on like what skin shade that you have going on and how like deep and dark those purples are. If you're still seeing some of those tones pop through your normal concealer and you don't want it to, and you're just like, okay, it's still showing, there's actually a few more steps that you can take to kind of like conceal all of that. There are actually concealer. So this one is from NYX. This is a dark circle concealer, and obviously a concealer is probably going to be a little bit heavier than just like one of the color correcting fluids. So you can get these in specialized colors, you know, whatever shade that you're gonna need. You can use this on top of your color correcting, and then if it's still showing through after your foundation, all of that, you can go back with some different powders. There's some pink powders and orange powders that will help you conceal that as well, and just kind of lighten and brighten those areas that you're correcting. Now I'm gonna show you some of the brands that I typically use for color correcting, and then we'll get on to the demonstration. So we'll start more affordable. This is a Wet n Wild color wheel. It looks like this. It's got the mint, a white for luminizing. It's not really for color correcting necessarily, a lavender, and like a yellow. And also it tells you on the back of this one, which is pretty cool. Oh geez. It tells you what you're correcting. So you can, it's got a little cheat sheet there for you. NYX has one too that's like a square one. I'll pop it on the screen right here. But that one is also awesome for color correcting. It is, I take that one traveling with me. I think it's actually in my makeup kit for traveling right now. In addition to that palette, if you don't need the other colors and you kind of just are looking for one specific shade, they have these. These are their color correcting concealers. This, I don't know if this is like a newer one or what, but this is like a peachy colored one. And then I've also got the green one here and also a purple. And I've got like a yellow one that I've never used. So moving into like the more higher end, I don't have all of these to show you guys, but these are, I've taken the ones out of here that I use a lot, so they're in my drawer over here. But these are the Smashbox Color Correcting Stick. These are really handy. They're easy to use. They blend out really well. I just literally spit across. I'm so glad it didn't land on the lens. That would have been so embarrassing. So these ones are great. They have pretty much all the shades. They've got the orange, they've got the, you know, the lavender, the mint. So you're covered here. They've got the whole range, and it also has a free sharpener included. Next is the NYX ones. This is the color correcting fluid, and I've got green here, yellow, lavender, and I keep this one on my desk because I use this one quite a bit. This is the peach one. And so that's, oh yeah, one more. I almost forgot this one. This is, you guys see me use this a lot in tutorials. This is the Tarte Wipeout Color Correcting Palette. It comes with a mirror, so this is really handy if you're traveling. This one has even other shades in here that you can use. So it's got, you pretty much like I use this one for like the darker areas underneath my eyes, the green for the reds, and then I do the yellow sometimes a little bit over that to neutralize it, because one's a little bit dark for me sometimes, but you can always blend it out a little bit and just use a little bit goes a long way. So, and then you can actually use these kind of like as concealers or to go over those. We're gonna go ahead and color correct a little bit of my face right now so you can see the before and after. And I have cleaned my face, I have moisturized, and so now what you wanna do before you color correct and conceal and all that, you're gonna want to prime your face. I'm gonna be using the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield. This is SPF 30, love this one. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. Well, not really all over my face, just in kind of my T-zone here and then down here. I like to put this over my eyes too. I don't know if you're actually supposed to put primer on your eyes like that, but I do. I mean, I got wrinkles down there, a little bit starting, so why not? This stuff smells so good. Let me zoom you guys in here a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey there, up close and personal. For color correcting, I like to use a brush. So I'm gonna grab a brush right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll correct this side of my face with the high-end products, and I'll correct this side with the lower end, more affordable. I don't like to say lower end because they're really not. They're just drugstore brands and more affordable. So I'm gonna go in with the Peach Color Corrector by Urban Decay. And that's gonna go right in these little areas right here. And I've got some veins on there. There we go. Okay, I almost did it on the other side. I'm like so used to that. Just going to dab. I do a dabbing and wiping method there. See how that just like already really brightened that up? There we go. So there's that. Gonna go ahead and use the green. And I like how it says on here, it says get less red, so you kind of know what it's all about. I'm just gonna like put this on some areas where I'm seeing a little bit of redness. Typically I wouldn't bother with this, honestly, with the amount of redness that I have going on. It's not really that big of a deal, but just so you guys can kind of see what it's all about. Like my foundation covers this because I wear heavy foundation for the most part. So wiping my brush off. So this is just gonna like neutralize red tones for you. Like I said, my face is not like super red right now, so it might be a little hard to see the difference. And just so you can see the Urban Decay one, we'll use that. We'll put a little bit of that one on there too. It looks like this. Just put a little bit of that on there. This one seems to be a little bit more powerful than the Smashbox one. You can already see how it's like neutralized that. This is the side without anything on it. And here we have it. Oh, I almost forgot that I put it over there. So I'm gonna take the yellow tone in here from the Tarte palette. I'm just gonna kind of take that on my brush and like lay that over this area. Typically I just do this to like a little extra coverage if I'm feeling like I need it, and it just brightens it a little bit. Okay, now I'm wiping my brush off, and let's move over to this side so you can see the difference in here and there. Even straightforward, you can see it pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in Fair to neutralize the darker tones in the eye area here. And the veins, wow, that covers so well. All right, so that's looking pretty good. And now I'm gonna be using the green from the Wet n Wild right here just to neutralize the red tones. I'm gonna take it on my finger. So there's both sides color corrected. This side we use the more high-end, more costly products, and this side is the Wet n Wild and the NYX. And honestly, they both did an awesome job, so I guess it's just up to your preference which products does your skin like better. Test it out for yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain and Soft Beige. I mixed these two together and just put this over what we've done here so you can kind of just like see how it plays out. And if I were going to go in and conceal any, pimples or anything like that further, I would do it now before I do my foundation. I just prefer to do that. I just think that you should use a little bit darker of a concealer on pimples just to kind of like hide the fact that they're sticking up off of your skin. It helps hide a little better than like highlighting it. So I just personally, my own preference, prefer to do that before I go in with my foundation. So just, it depends, see what works best for you and see what you prefer. But I definitely prefer to do it that way. At this point right now, if your color correcting is showing through your foundation, then I think that means you probably put too much and you just need to blend that out a little bit more. Just go in a little more light-handedly next time. Now I'm gonna use one of my favorite concealers. It's the Tarte Shape Tape. This stuff covers pretty much anything. So just gonna put that on there. It's a freaking dot party on my face. Make sure you are dabbing this on there, because if you are wiping, you're gonna remove all of the color correcting that you just did. So just dab, dab, dabberoo. I'm almost poked myself in the eye. Just dab this on there. Don't wipe. Flawless. Sums up this color correcting video. Hopefully you guys learned something new, enjoyed it, and be sure to leave your favorite if you are a color correcting pro or even a beginner and you have tried some products that you absolutely love. Leave them in the comments below so that other foxes can find those and we can all share all the amazing products. Just make sure they're cruelty free. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you take off, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye guys.